In the early frontier days of American history, moonshine wasn't a hobby but a part-time job. Many farmers relied on moonshine manufacturing to survive bad years. Low-value corn crops could be turned into high-value whiskey. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to West America Facts. Today, we're taking a wild ride back to the Old West, where things got a little more spirited than your average saloon. That's right, we're talking about moonshine in the Old West, and trust us, it's a tale as old as time. So, before diving into the world of homemade hooch and secret stills, hit that subscribe button below. You will want to experience more fascinating stories from the past. Let's saddle up and get started. The term moonshine comes from illegal spirits being made under the moon's light. In every part of America, early moonshiners worked their stills at night to avoid detection from authorities. Moonshine has played an important role in American history. Moonshine wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for American history. For thousands of years, humans have crafted and cherished the art of brewing alcohol, weaving its intoxicating magic into the tapestry of our history. Yet when it comes to regulating and profiting from this spirited elixir, the United States boldly took the lead among nations. It was a pivotal juncture where control and taxation converged, marking the birth of an underground world filled with secrets, thrills, and intrigue, the moonshine industry. Picture this: the dust of the American Revolution had just settled, and the fledgling nation grappled with the colossal debt incurred during the War for Independence. Desperate to replenish its coffers, the government needed a silver bullet. The answer lay in the heart of every tavern and distillery: liquor and spirits. It was as though the government had unfurled a hidden treasure map, embarking on a daring journey to tax and regulate these liquid gold mines. As the tax collector's footsteps echoed through the cobblestone streets, the moonshine industry emerged from the shadows like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Hidden deep in the heart of the American wilderness, crafty moonshiners concocted their potent brews, defying the government's grip on their liquid alchemy. The stage was set for an epic showdown between the forces of control and the allure of forbidden spirits, igniting a suspenseful chapter in American history that would keep the nation spellbound for generations to come. In the old days, Americans despised shelling out their hard-earned money for liquor taxes. They were so fed up with taxes that things often got wild when government agents, known as revenuers, showed up to collect those dues. Some folks even attacked these revenuers, covering them in sticky tar and feathers. Can you believe it? This tension between the government and its people reached a boiling point, and it all kicked off in 1791, right in the middle of George Washington's time as president. This showdown got a fancy name: the Whiskey Rebellion. But here's the surprising part. Despite all the anger and uproar, not more than 15 people lost their lives during the rebellion. To end the chaos, George Washington did something bold. He gathered a whopping 13,000 troops, a mix of regular folks like farmers and shopkeepers, and marched them into western Pennsylvania. That place was the heart of the rebellion, like the Wild West of America back then. Guess what? George Washington's plan worked. He brought peace back to the land and showed everyone that the newly formed United States had the muscle to put down rebellions in its backyard. The rebels in the end got their way. In 1801, Thomas Jefferson and his Republican Party decided to cancel that pesky tax, and folks cheered. This was a big deal because it proved that when Americans came together and spoke up, they could change the course of history. During the days of the Civil War, when our nation was divided by strife, our government had to find ways to fund the war effort. One of those ways was by imposing excise taxes on its citizens. This meant folks had to pay extra for certain goods, which didn't sit well with everyone. These folks were called revenuers, and IRS officials were tasked with ensuring these taxes were paid. They weren't popular and came down pretty hard on those who made moonshine, which was homemade whiskey that didn't get taxed. This led to intense clashes nationwide, with fists flying and tempers flaring. Fast forward to a little later, and we have the Whiskey Rebellion. During that time, moonshiners were seen as heroes who were standing up against what they viewed as an oppressive government. They were like the rebels of their day, fighting for their right to make and enjoy their whiskey without Uncle Sam taking a cut. But after the Civil War was over, things started to change. People's attitudes toward moonshiners shifted. Instead of being seen as heroes, many people viewed them as violent criminals. It's funny how times and opinions can change. In the smoky haze of 1920, a shadowy curtain descended upon the United States, and it wasn't long before a clandestine jubilation swept across the land. Prohibition had arrived, casting a shroud of darkness over legal alcohol from coast to coast. In a blink, the country was plunged into a thrilling underworld where illegal spirits flowed like a river of secrets, and fortunes were forged in the crucible of moonlit stills. The heartbeat of this new era echoed with whispers of illicit excitement as organized crime seized the reins of the moonshine trade. Like dark alchemists, moonshiners sprung up in every corner of the nation, striving to quench the people's insatiable thirst for forbidden brews. But they had a trick up their sleeves, a crafty transformation that would baffle even the cleverest of detectives. Gone were the days of pure corn-brewed moonshine. In its place emerged a sly concoction of watered-down spirits, distilled not from corn, but from the secrets of sugar. The moonshine, now an enigmatic elixir, became the liquid gold of the underworld. It flowed through hidden channels, tantalizing taste buds with hidden notes and clandestine sweetness. In the heart of every city, speakeasies sprang up like enchanted caves, each concealing its secrets behind layers of deception. Behind unassuming facades, these hidden oases of revelry whispered temptation, beckoning the adventurous and the daring. Entry required courage, a secret password, and knowledge of hidden doors that led to a labyrinth of intrigue. And if the law came knocking, an escape route was never too far away, ensuring that the thrill of the forbidden would live to see another day. In the world of prohibition, suspense hung in the air like a cloak of mystery, and adventure awaited those willing to step into the shadows and taste the intoxicating allure of the forbidden spirits. In the rugged heartland of America, there lived a daring group of renegades known as moonshiners. These fearless folks had a secret hidden deep within the smoky hills and misty hollows. It was a secret recipe, passed down through generations, for a drink that could warm the coldest of hearts and make the darkest of nights shine like a full moon. But as the saying goes, all good things must end. The moonshiners' heyday, where they could craft their illicit elixir in the cover of darkness, was drawing to a close. The year was 1933, and a seismic shift was about to shake their world. It was the year Prohibition. That notorious ban on alcohol was finally lifted. Cheers rang out across the nation, but these cheers spelled doom for the moonshiners. Their once thriving market withered away, fading into the shadow of its former glory. Fast forward to today, and you'll find that the moonshine landscape has undergone a dramatic transformation. No longer are the moonshiners the outlaws of yesteryears. Instead, they've become folk heroes, their stories passed down like cherished legends. In some corners of the world, like New Zealand, a few fortunate souls can legally produce their home-brewed spirits. Picture this: you can distill your liquid magic, but only for personal enjoyment, not for secret deals in the dead of night. So, whether you're sipping a glass of moonshine in the comfort of legality, or still indulging in the thrill of a clandestine distillery hidden away in the woods, one thing is for sure: you're taking a sip of American history. The stories of those daring moonshiners, their crafty distillation techniques, and their relentless pursuit of freedom still linger in every drop, waiting to be savored and shared with each passing generation. The allure of moonshine lives on, a taste of rebellion and tradition served up in every glass. But remember, dear reader, the thrill of sipping moonshine is not just in the taste, but in the suspenseful history that flows with it. Thanks for watching our video on moonshine in the Old West. We hope you enjoyed learning about this wild and daring part of American history. What do you think about the stories of bootleggers and secret stills? Did you know people used to make their own white lightning in hidden corners of the Wild West? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please comment below. And remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting content coming your way. Stay tuned, and thanks for being a part of our channel's community.